Did you know Star Trek's original #1 was a woman? There are many strong female characters in the Star Trek franchise, which is one of its greatest assets. The science fiction genre has been filled with numerous women who stand out as the most prominent in all of it. Ready to see the top 10 best female Star Trek characters? Keep watching till the end of this video because you'll be amazed. Number 10, Tasha Yar. As the Chief of Security in Star Trek The Next Generation, Denise Crosby played Lieutenant Tasha Yar. Through a brutal past, she became hardened. Her background in violence made her an excellent security officer, and Captain Picard personally recruited her. Sadly, Crosby left the series after she was killed in the episode Skin of Evil. A Romulan clone was introduced later in the series in the episode Yesterday's Enterprise, and she was brought back to the series. Number 9, Una. Her role in The Cage, which was rejected by the studio, made her one of the first female officers in Star Trek. She was in second command of Captain Christopher Pike in the pilot, but Mr. Spock filled the same role in the second pilot episode. Michelle Barrett portrayed her, and she was later seen again in an episode called The Menagerie, but was mostly absent from Star Trek until Star Trek Discovery. Her name has been revealed to be Una. Number 8, Carol Marcus. As a former love interest of Kirk and the mother of his son David, Carol Marcus makes her Star Trek debut in Wrath of Khan, the second feature film. She was also involved in the Genesis Project, which developed a device that could seed a world with life. It's also unstable, and it could end the world, if used for evil. In Star Trek Into Darkness, Alice Eve's daughter of an admiral who became the movie's antagonist played her. Number 7, Gaiden. As the Enterprise's bartender, Gaiden advised everyone from the captain to exiled Ensign Ro, and it was her friendship with Ro that brought Picard to the attention of the dangerous Federation conspiracy. Having been scattered across the galaxy by the Borg, Gaiden is the only crew member who was able to frighten the omnipotent Q. Picard fenced with her. Worf beat her on phaser range, left-handed, no less, and she stopped a rebellion in 10 Forward with an energy beam rifle fueled by sleep deprivation. Number 6, B'Elanna Torres. Due to her half-human and half-Klingon heritage, B'Elanna Torres often struggled with her own dualities. The starship gets stranded in the Delta Quadrant alongside the Voyager, so she joined Starfleet to become the new chief engineer. She was a combination of Worf, Spock, and Scotty all rolled up into one brilliant, compassionate, and brave character despite not finishing Starfleet Academy. Number 5, Jadzia Dax. She carried the Dax symbiote for more than 3 centuries, which had been alive for more than 3 centuries. Since she had 7 lifetimes of memories to draw on, she became an outstanding engineer, scientist, military officer, and diplomat. Known as Dax's former carrier, she was a good friend to Benjamin Sisko. After commanding the Defiant, she was a key player in the Starfleet's war against the Dominion. Number 4, Lily Sloan. Lily Sloan added sanity to Star Trek First Contact. Her life flipped upside down when she was hanging out with Zefram Cochrane, helping him build the first warp-driven spacecraft. Then she got wounded, and Crusher rushed her to the Enterprise to save her life. But when her ship was attacked, Lily was revived, and she ran from her team. As Picard unhinged over the relentless destruction by the Borg, she called him on it, and in no uncertain terms. She took Picard hostage, but released him once he proved they were on his ship. Number 3, 7 of 9. Captain Janeway came to rely heavily on 7 of 9, even after most of her Borg implants were removed with the Voyager to fight the common enemy, species 8472. Although 7 was killed in the series, the crew survived and returned home. The only way Janeway could save 7 of 9 was to go back in time and save her entire crew, and bring them to the Alpha Quadrant earlier. Number 2, Kira Nerys. After Michelle Forbes declined to return to Deep Space Nine, Major Kira Nerys was created instead of Ensign Ro Lauren as a major character. It's a good thing that happened because Kira went on to become one of the series' most important characters. While she wasn't a member of Starfleet, she served Sisko as a crew member. She was a liaison between Starfleet and the Bajoran government. Number 1, Kathryn Janeway. In the Star Trek franchise, you can't go wrong with Kathryn Janeway. She led the Voyager when it was swept into the Delta Quadrant. Instead of giving up and moving into a new home, she joined her crew with a Maquis vessel and pointed it home. Her exceptional leadership allowed her to not only get everything home earlier than would have been otherwise been possible, but also twice, taking a break from the law, traveling back in time, and beating the Borg Queen. There you have it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next episode.